Hey, I went and picked up a lighting kit from a company called Govee. I had purchased this on Amazon, and what I was looking for was a lighting kit that I could control wirelessly and would react to sound. And I ended up settling on this one. And the reason why I actually settled on this company, Govee, is I bought a wireless thermometer that I want to remote monitor my temperature in my basement from anywhere, basically in the world, or where I have cell phone reception. And I liked that so much, I looked at some of their other products where I could use with the Govee app, and this is what I come up with. I haven't set it all the way up yet, but I tested it out, and I'm pretty impressed with this thing. And what I want to show you is when you get it, the number one thing about it is very simple to use. It's got everything you need, and there's two, I believe it was 16.4 feet strips of, well, let's look here. Well, they don't say they got 2.5 meters, which I do believe it's 16.4 feet, and it's the 50/50, the heavier and brighter LED strips, and you can cut them just like the other ones. The only thing I've seen on them, some of them I get, they're a little bit thicker as far as the backing on them, and these doesn't seem real thick. They are bright and they get the job done. I will set them up here and show you. But you get your 3 amp power supply. I do believe it's 12 volts. Yep, 3000 milliamps, 12 volts. And you can control it, the light, just with this controller here. My guess this is for, sends the signal out for the Wi-Fi. Basically plug it in, plug the controller in, and hook your lights up. These snap in, as you can see there. There's only one way they go in. You get a little ridge to where it clicks in, which I kind of like that. Like I said, the controller, you can turn it on and off with this. Change your color or your mode. Turn it off, turn it on. Now once you get all this set up and say you got your lights hooked up, before I continue, it also comes with clips. 2 sets of them. I think there's 2, 4, there's 5 clips to space out. And what these do is they go up against the wall, and you can screw them in to hold it, and the light will fit in like that against the wall to where this 3M backing tape that these have on them will aid in keeping that attached to a nice clean wall. But as far as the directions in setting this up, I really like the simplicity of it. Once you get everything hooked up, you download the Govee Home app. You can search the App Store or Google Play, and it's very self-explanatory on connecting. And the other one is this will also connect to Alexa and Google Home, which I, believe it or not, don't have Alexa right now. I'll probably be getting it. And I wasn't too concerned about that, but you can automatically basically have Alexa turn these lights on and off. Or, where I go through is this Govee Home app. And right here is, which I'll be putting a video up on that, my wireless thermometer. They got a list of products right here that you can purchase. And quite a few different lighting sets for different scenarios and that. But I had already got this hooked up, and it's so simple to hook it up, it isn't even funny. But I'm going to turn it on. Notice it's on now. And I got it on sound mode. Let me shut these other lights off. You see there, every time I talk and it's reacting to it. Now I can turn the sensitivity down. Turn it down so it isn't quite so sensitive. It's actually quite sensitive yet, ain't it? That's sensitive. Now I turn it down, it's only going to hear my voice. Testing. There's green, blue, and you can adjust your color wheel here. You do have white. It's kind of a bluish tint to the white, but it actually works quite well. Totally different scenes. Candlelight. Once it's set up in a room, I think this candlelight would be pretty neat. Movie mode. Whatever darting is. You can do it yourself mode, or just, like I said, change the color. And the big thing on this, the real big thing that I like is, right now I'm hooked on my Wi-Fi. I'm going to shut the app off. I don't get very good reception in my house. If you notice here, I'm barely at 3G with 2 bars. So we're going to go ahead and open this app up. I got it connected to my Wi-Fi, and it's simple. When you go to initially hook it up, it asked to hook to the Wi-Fi. You said yes, and then you input your password, and it's hooked up. And as you can see here, everything's on. It is now connected. go back to music, and it works. And I could turn my lights off from anywhere basically in the United States. I might get it hooked up, show you what it looks like. Not affiliated with Govee in anywhere form. I'm just very impressed with it. I think I paid around low $40 for this thing, and quite awesome. So I think what I'll do is probably get it hooked up and show you what it's like, but if I don't, all right, I got it up, and I got it out in my main room upstairs. And one thing I noticed is that 3M tape is just great for sticking and adhering to surfaces. And I've used other light strips before, and that's one problem that you have. And I've had this up for probably a day, and I didn't even use the brackets to mount it either. It's just the tape. It goes on good. It sticks. As long as the surface is clean, works good. I got it on the music mode and sensitivity turned down, and I got it at color changing, which works great. I'm going to play with some settings here just to show you. I got the camera turned down so you get the effect of the light itself. Right there is candlelight. Here's blinking. Then romantic, whatever the heck dating is. And there's movie. That's quite a blue tint from what I can see there. And then you could manually change the color. Like there's red. I got brightness at 2%. And that's white. On the camera it's more blue, but it gives off a pretty decent white, but it is a little bit on the blue side. Not quite as blue as what the camera's saying, but it gives a lot of light output. The inside of this room in here is 25 by about 40 feet. And the total strip there, you're talking over 36 feet of lights. It's pretty nice. All right, one thing I did discover that I got to throw in here that I wish it didn't do this, but Bluetooth, you got all your settings, but watch what happens. If you shut your Bluetooth off, I'm now connected through Wi-Fi, but then I lost a lot of functions. But you can still change your color, stuff like that, no matter where you're at in the United States, as long as you got cell phone service. And if I were to unhook Wi-Fi, I now am on my U.S. Cellular, which I don't have a lot of reception, but it's still working. So no matter where, you got limited. You can change your colors and brightness settings and stuff like that. But Bluetooth is where you got all them other settings at. And now I got my settings back now that I'm on Bluetooth for your scene mode and your music. There you are. Quite awesome. Like I said, it works with Alexa and Google Home, your app on your, say, a phone or a tablet, as long as a tablet, if you don't have cellular service, as long as you're on Wi-Fi somewhere, you can control it. Pretty impressed with it. So you are. Govee Wi-Fi controlled strip lights. I'll throw the link in down below for them, so there you go. Till next time.